FeatureCAM 2013 now has a new option for Z-level roughing called Unsafe Area Removal. This option removes small toolpath segments to prevent tool damage when using non-center cutting tools. When machining down into small pockets, removing these small segments stops the central non-cutting underside of the tool from hitting the material. This option filters out the machining of confined areas where there is limited movement of the cutting tool. In this example you can see we've got a headlamp mould, and I can see I've got a couple of cavities here that work their way down into very small pockets. If we look at the initial toolpath, in this case unsafe area removal has been turned off. I'm just going to play the simulation. What I'm going to do is also change the viewing. In this case I'm going to use the region of interest to dictate the size of my machining block. In this case using the XYZ location and clicking on this point at the top of the stock. Playing my 3D simulation, I can see the tool working through the material, down through the part, at each particular Z level. So here you can see as the tool is moving, there's plenty of room, in this case for a tip radius or inserted cutter, to make its way down through the component. However, as it makes its way further and further into the cavity, the amount of motion becomes more and more limited. I'm going to pause the simulation round about now, and you'll notice in this area you can see the tool has come in, but looking at the size of the tool, there's very little difference between this pocket and the size of the tool itself. Working our way further and further down this cavity, switching over to my Alt F3, as I make my way further and further into the pocket, you can see the amount of motion gets less and less. Eventually we work our way further and further down into the inside of this pocket. You can see the size of the tool, based on the amount of motion, is incredibly limited. In this case, the non-center cutting region of the tool will not be able to cut the material down inside this pocket. Let's stop that simulation. And you can see we've got two toolpaths here, a Z-level rough area removal on and area removal off. To turn this on, I'm just going to do it on the one that's already off. So I'm going to go into the Z-level tab. In the strategy, you'll notice we have a new area that says area removal, and I can check the box to say unsafe, remove unsafe areas. We check the box to only remove closed areas. Open areas we can obviously move between each end. I'm also going to set a value, in this case a percentage of the tool diameter, and I set this to 80%. So any areas that are less than 80% of the tool diameter will be taken out. Let's apply. And again, play the simulation. Again, using the region of interest, you can see we're still using this half block. So let's play through the simulation. In this case, we'll of course be calculating the toolpath again. So we're going to work our way further and further down into the component. What you'll notice is the unsafe area removal will have taken out the two smaller pocket regions at the bottom of the part. So here you can see that first pocket has been removed, and again looking from the side, you can see also this pocket region has been taken away as well. So we've now protected the tool and prevented damage from happening.